car was, it was the average brand new vehicle, $1.7 million. So you could have $1.7 million, almost $2 million if we would invest it. Almost makes me sick to my stomach. So you ever hear someone say, oh man, life is crazy expensive. Groceries are high, housing high, gas is high. All these things are high, insurance is high. And then they pull off in a Mercedes. They pull off in this huge SUV, this expensive car. And then they're wondering why life is so expensive. They're not helping themselves with having this huge car payment. And that's what we're gonna talk about today, about why you need to keep your old car, because these new cars are not worth it. And coming from me, we actually bought a new car and we love it. But I feel like we're also in a different situation when it comes to our investment, when it comes to our portfolios, when it comes to our debt and what we're doing with our money. It's crazy because these people will blame inflation when they have that $800 car payment that they never even talk about. The car upgrade lies. So everyone thinks that because you have a newer job, because you got this raise in income, that you now need a new vehicle. And I would say that is furthest from the truth. If you're hitting your investment marks and you buy a vehicle that you can afford with the correct rules, the rules that I like, the rules that I learned from YouTube, just from doing my research, the 23-8 rule, real quick, 23-8 rule, 20% down. Make sure that the loan term is 3 years or less and that the payment is no more than 8 to 10% of your income. People think that when they have a good year in sales, when they have a good income coming in, it's time to upgrade. And I see this all the time. Just people in my life, once they start making more money, they go and get that nice car. Once they start making more money, they go and get that nice house because guess what? They deserve it. And that's how they market to themselves. And I'm not gonna lie, I fell for this trap a little bit when I bought the new car. It wasn't really a trap because we said we're gonna sacrifice for a certain amount of time. And then when that certain amount of time is up and we've sacrificed, we invested our money, net worth is well over $100,000 at 28, going on 29 years old. And we can go and buy this car, especially in this house hack where things are a lot cheaper. But typically this car is not a reward. It is something that holds you back. So I would challenge you to look at it from a different perspective of not that you made this income, you got a raise, you got a promotion. Let's reward ourselves, but look at the total cost of ownership when it comes to owning a vehicle. Let's talk about the payment reality. So right now, the average new car payment is about $700 to $750 a freaking month. And guess what? People are getting these on 6-7 year loan term. I have my loan calculator here, but this is what you can kind of look at before you go and get a car loan, before you go get whatever kind of loan. This is what I looked at before I went to go get a car loan because I wanted a $20,000 loan. I put down the rest in cash. Say someone's getting a $50,000 car, they're putting down $5,000 or $10,000. Say they're getting a $40,000 loan. Oh, the interest rate, let's say 6% over 6 years, $662, and they're paying $7,000 in interest over 6 years. Over 6 years, you're gonna be paying $47,000 for this car. Now, let's say we invested that amount. You're gonna basically get the inverse. You have zero in investments, putting $650 over how long? 6 years, we said. And let's say you get that at a 10% return on your money. You have about $63,000 invested over a span of 6 years. This is what you missed out on. Instead of putting that to your investments, you put $650 monthly to a appreciating asset that you could not afford to do. Hopefully, if you're doing this, then you're investing double that number into your investments and you have an investment plan, you know how much you need to have invested. So you're like, oh yeah, we can get this car because this is excess money that it can go to savings, but guess what? Our savings is full and our investments are hitting their marks every single month. And used car payments are about $530. So this is about $6,000 to $9,000 a year people are paying for their vehicles. And we're not talking about gas and we're not even talking about insurance because car insurance is crazy depending on what areas you're in. If you're in a bad area or if area that floods, your car insurance could be super expensive, especially for these new cars. We have to get full coverage. For our two cars, we were paying about $140. And that's when we had the Toyota Camry and we still have the Honda CR-V. Got rid of the Toyota Camry, got the new car. Our payment went from $120 to $300 a month. Got a new insurance company. Our payment about $200 to $220 a month for car insurance. So I'll take that over $300 or $400 a month. Absolutely insane. And this is just because we have a new car. Because we have to get full coverage because this is a brand spanking new vehicle. And then most people feel broke because they have all this money going to a vehicle. And guess what? You more than likely are broke because you're paying $1,000 to maybe $1,500 or $1,200 a month for a vehicle on top of $2,000 payment for your home and then your credit card debt that you have. And then you're also sending your kids to daycare. That's $1,200 to $2,400 a month. It's absolutely insane how much money can go to these things before you're even talking about the fun stuff, before even talking about investing, here are the hidden costs no one's talking about, which we talked about earlier. Car insurance. Car insurance can be $200 to $300 to $400, $500 a month, only for it to potentially go up. This is why you need to shop car insurance, especially if you're getting a new car. But this is a huge reason to keep your old car, because you're going to pay less money in car insurance. Like I said, we were paying $70 a car. We're still paying that with the Honda CR-V. $70 for car insurance. Imagine if you have paid off used car. Your gas is $200 a month. Let's just say your car insurance is $100 a month. Let's make it easy numbers. $300 a month. And we're not even talking about maintenance, which is another hidden cost. Just because you have a new car don't mean you're not going to pay in maintenance, because these cars break down too. Things happen. They need their oil changes. They need tire rotations. You're going to pay for that stuff out of pocket on top of paying $700 a month. If you keep your old car, you're not going to pay all this money. You're going to pay maybe $400 a month for your old car. And when you get this new car, you're going to either double or triple that cost. Right now, we're well over $1,000 just for your new vehicle. But when you had this old vehicle, you had more money. You weren't driving in style. You weren't looking cool. Keep your old car and you'll be able to save and invest more money. And you won't be complaining about the rise of inflation or the rise of groceries, the rise of going out to eat. I complain about the rise of going out to eat because some things just aren't worth it anymore, but I don't complain about the rise of groceries because we had our expenses so low, and they're still low even with the car. But once it's paid off, I'm definitely not complaining about anything, because that's an extra $600 saved. I can then put towards investments, I can put towards trips, I can put towards groceries or going out to eat, whatever I want to do with it. So you have all that money not to upgrade your life, not to build wealth, but just to maintain an image and look like you made it, when in reality, not even close. What does a paid off car actually give you? It gives you freedom. It gives you flexibility to do what you want. It gives you that $700 to $1,000 back into your pocket, and then you can deploy that money wherever you want. It's going to create breathing room for you. It's going to create margin. If you guys get anything from this video, it's keep your old car. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for this go get a new car. And if you want a new car, follow that 23-8 rule. Make sure you're hitting your investments though. Make sure you're investing your 401k, you invest to a Roth IRA. Your savings rate is 20 or more % before you go out here and buying a new car. And this is the biggest reason people go and buy a new car. I don't want to ride that old car. What if it breaks? I got to get all this maintenance on this vehicle. Every single month, I'm paying $200 a month for a vehicle for it to break down, or every 6 months, I'm paying $1,000, or maybe this year I paid $1,000. You have to be careful with what car you get. Honda CR-V has been great on maintenance. Our Toyota Camry was great on maintenance. Maybe every year I might put $500 to $1,000 into my car. But guess what? If I would have got a new car, I'm putting $1,000 a month plus to that vehicle, when $1,000 a year in maintenance was going to my old car. That's $11,000 that I don't have to put towards this car. That can go towards wherever I want to go. Even if you're paying a big repair, say $2,000 to repair your vehicle, and that's all you had to pay for the whole year, you're still winning, because there's still a $10,000 gap that you don't have to pay because you don't have this new vehicle. So it's still cheaper than signing up for 6 years of debt. Keep your old car, guys. I'm telling you, especially if you're serious about investing, you want to change your life, keep your old vehicle. We're going to talk about the opportunity cost, but we already talked about the opportunity cost. Our $650 is what you missed for investing into your future. You could have had $63,000 into your investments. You're saying you can't invest. You could have $63,000. Instead of having $63,000, you're negative $63,000 because you put it into this depreciating asset. And that's honestly worth maybe $70,000 or $75,000 because you need the best insurance, and you might pay more in gas just for having that beautiful, nice truck. So this is the opportunity cost. This is what you missed by buying a brand new vehicle. That $600 or $700 could have went to your investments. It could have went to wiping out your debt. You could have been debt free. It would have literally been so much lower stress if you would have just kept that money in your pocket. You know, I think about this a lot because our car was an expensive car, and I wonder what would our accounts have looked like if we didn't go and get this car. Let me just be transparent with you guys. Our car was $50,000. It was the average brand new vehicle. $50,000. I'm gonna be super transparent right now. We put down $30,000 on this vehicle. $30,000, but it's different because we didn't drain our emergency fund. We still have money left over for if emergencies happen, and we're still investing what we need to invest so we can retire in 20 years. So we had $30,000. Let's look at my opportunity cost. It's not gonna be as bad because the interest rate's low and we put it on a 3-year term, so we can get out of this thing and get that money invested or get that money saved, put it wherever. 4% interest rate over 3 years, $20,000. That's what it looks like. So we got a $600 payment. We're paying only $1,200 in interest. Over the span of 3 years, we're paying $21,000. So only $1,200 some more dollars a month, we're gonna be paying for his loan. Interest sucks. End of the day, it's a low interest rate, and we're making more by investing into the markets. We're investing double, triple of that $600 a month to the markets, into our retirement. And that was money that we didn't need to put into our retirement. We could put more of that money to our saving. We have an investment plan. That's why an investment plan is so important, because you know how much you need to invest. A lot of times people will just throw money into the markets, and by the time they retire, they might not have enough, or they might have too much. I'm not gonna complain if you have too much, but during the 30s, the 40s, you can have more money in your account if you knew how much you needed for when you retired, and we have that number. So this is where the big number lies. This is where the opportunity cost lies, what people are missing out on. This is what people are missing out on. So this is what we're missing out on. We're paying $50,000 for the vehicle, okay? Over 1 year, we're missing out on $55,000. So we would have invested this $50,000 to the market. It grew at a 10% rate of return, not even adding anything to it. We would have had $55,000 by now, okay? Now, over 20 years, this is where people are missing. This is what people are not thinking about. What that money could have turned into over 20 years, $400,000. This money could turn into almost $400,000 over 20 years, 30 years. Almost $1 million. Let's say you get a 12%, whatever. $1.7 million. So you could have $1.7 million, almost $2 million if we would have invested that $50,000. Almost makes me sick to my stomach, but I know that we have this investment plan, and we're going to continue to invest into that investment plan. But this is something for you guys. It's not too late. If you have this amount of money saved, ready to be deployed, put it into the market and keep your old car and drive around as a millionaire with that old car. Most car loans are 69, 72 months, 6 years, 7 years. If you need a new car, we're putting it on a 3-year loan term, 20% down, no more than 10% of your income. We're not trying to look wealthy. We're actually trying to be wealthy. We're trying to be millionaires. We want our net worth, we want our investments to be well above what people our age have them at. And I think we're there. Our investments are over $100,000. I did a video on that. Our net worth is over $150,000. We're not trying to look wealthy. We're trying to be wealthy. We don't care about what people think about. This is why you need to keep your old vehicle. All these reasons is why you need to keep your old vehicle. Old vehicle is going to bring you wealth. It may not look great. It may not look glamorous, but keep that old car. And if you go get a new car, then make sure you have an investment plan. Make sure you're investing to your future. Make sure that car fits nicely in your budget, because we don't want to struggle when we have this car. Don't go get 2 cars at the same time. Save as much money as you can. Put down as much money as you can. And if you can, pay for the car in cash. It's the same thing. If you're going to put a car on a 6-year loan term, you could just save that money for 6 years into a brokerage account or into a high yield savings account that's giving you 4%. And then if you can get that car at that time, the 4% interest, you might as well just save for the car and then pay for it in cash, so you're not paying interest on it. I mean, it's all about delayed gratification. And that's something that we did. We delayed our gratification until it was time to actually go and buy this new car. And I think we did it in a smart way. You saw it here. For 30 years, the 12% rate of return, just go 9% rate of return over 30 years. We missed out on $736,000. That's money that we're not going to get back because we put it to this new car. And I love the car. It's a great car. But like I said, we have our investment plan. That's how much you're missing out when you go and buy this new car. So keep your old car, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.